Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a really quick chicken enchilada recipe that we're going to be putting in the crock pot. So if you're time crunching and need to put in something quick, maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, this is going to be the perfect recipe for you. But before we get into it, please hit that like button. Be going a long way, and please subscribe if you can. But other than that, let's go ahead, get right into it. All right, let's get into the ingredients. First thing we're gonna need is 4 pounds of chicken, 2 green peppers, 2 yellow onions, 2 things of diced green chili, and some jalapenos pickled. I didn't have the cans of that, oh well. Some oregano, we have chili powder, we have cumin, I love cumin. We're also gonna need 3 cloves of garlic. We're gonna need a 30 ounce of diced tomatoes and 15 ounce of tomato sauce and some coconut oil. And we're of course gonna need a crock pot. I got no real way to, okay, we're just going to put it over to the side. Let's go ahead and get to work. First thing we need to do is get right into turning that thing on. So I'm just going to turn it right on high, put it on 4 hours for high, and it's going to give me a little countdown to see how long this actually takes to get done. So let's take the chicken out of their little pouches. I like to kind of like take out the little excess portions of that chicken that I don't really need. I also want to let you know for this recipe, I did double it up. So literally you can cut everything in half. 2 pounds of chicken, you see I had 2 of everything else. You can literally just cut this thing in half for whatever you need for your own crock pot if it might be a little bit smaller. So once I put all 4 chicken breasts in there, I'm going to open up my diced tomatoes, about 30 ounces, dumping it right on top, no big deal. I'm going to be doing the same thing with my 15 ounces of tomato sauce, dumping it right on top, and go ahead and get rid of that. After our tomato products, we're going to be putting in our spices. First thing we got is a little bit of cumin. For that cumin, I'm going to do about 1 to 2 tablespoons of that. Then we grab our chili powder. Again, the same thing, about 1 to 2 tablespoons. That isn't coming out too well. I'm just going to take off that top and toss in, again, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of our chili powder. For our oregano, about 2 to 3 teaspoons in there. Then we're going to be grabbing those diced green chilies. This adds so much extra flavor. You can find it in your grocery store, grabbing 2 of them. Again, if you want to, you can be cutting this in half. You only need 1. Now we have our, that was a little, oh, good. Okay, I can't open it. It's not embarrassing. We have our pickled jalapenos. I'm going to be doing about the same amount as we did with our diced chili. Usually I can find them in the same cans. Couldn't find them today, but I found them in a can that works too. Then about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. On to the vegetables. As you can tell, only 5 minutes have gone by so far. So we're going to go right into our onion, cutting it down, cutting it in half, taking off the skins, doing it the same thing with our other yellow onion. Remember, I have contacts, so I'm not really crying too much even though I'm cutting these onions. I know I like to brag about that. So now we're going to be cutting them long ways, about 2 or 3 slits. Counts on how fine you want that chop. And then we're going to cut it up and downward, about 4 to 5 slits. Again, counts on how fine you want it chopped. Then from there, as you can tell, it looks nice and satisfying with that cut. Everything is uniform. Once we get it all cut down, we're just going to be tossing it right on into our crock pot. Legit, just cutting things up and putting them right back in. The reason I love this recipe so much is how quick and easy it is. You don't even need to use fresh vegetables. You could be using frozen when you don't have to use the vegetables that I choose. You can make it your own chicken enchilada recipe. Right after those onions, we're going right into our green onions. This is my favorite way to cut it down, just all the way from top to bottom. Once you're done with that, if you would like, you can kind of use the butt of it for it. I usually like to use it in stews like this because, of course, the more you use, the more flavor you put in. So cutting down both of my peppers. Now I'm going to be cutting them long ways. So you want kind of the same dice that you had on your onions. So once you're done long ways, you're going to get them all in the same line, and we're going to try to get a uniform slice all the way through. Once we're done that, guess what? Just going to be tossing it right into the pot, and we're going to be doing that with all of our peppers. Geez, look, only 12 minutes done so far, and we're literally almost done with our prep work. Last but certainly not least, we have our garlic. My favorite way to work on the garlic, to give it a little smash downward, then take off the edge. So it makes it a little bit easier to peel off the skin of your garlic. Once we're done with that, we're going to get out our garlic press. We're going to put out one of those pieces of garlic into that garlic press. Let's make sure you can see it a little bit. So you're going to press that garlic right on through. You don't need to scrape off quite yet because you're just going to be putting all 3 pieces of your garlic garlic if you need to. I probably would have liked to add about 1 or 2 more cloves to this recipe. Once we're done smashing all 3 down, use your knife. You can cut it right off of your garlic press. And from there, I just wanted to add a little bit more cumin, a little bit more chili powder to the top. We're going to toss that baby around and we're going to put that top on and we're going to wait that 3 hours and 44 minutes. My patience has worn out at this point. This house smells amazing. And oh, taking that lid off, oh, that steam is amazing. So once I get it opened up, I'm going to be tossing around that chicken, looking for it. As you can tell, it's really easy to just rip apart that chicken, so it makes a nice and consistent stew. As you can tell, there's a lot of fluid in there. So as you chop down your chicken, it's going to kind of thicken the stew with the actual chicken itself. And geez, if you could smell this, you would want to eat it right through the screen you're watching this on. And at this point, I kind of forgot that I actually never actually put in any salt and pepper. So let's go ahead, add a little salt, add a little pepper, and then from there, we're gonna go in for our taste test. And I am excited about it. It is scalding hot right now, so I'm gonna add, ooh man, that is messy. I'm gonna go right ahead, put it right into my bowl. Again, at this point, it's pretty scalding hot since it's been on hot for about 4 hours. I probably could have tore apart that chicken a little bit more, but no big deal. I'm going to tear it apart in the bowl. Make sure I get a good spoonful. Definitely blow it on a little bit. It is so hot right now. Ooh, wow. You know what? It could definitely use a little bit more salt, but it is delicious. You get so much flavor from those diced tomatoes, those diced chilies. That is awesome. So if you're looking for a quick recipe, go ahead and do this. It only takes about 15 minutes of prep and about 4 hours of cook time. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, check out my other videos. Check out my tech reviews. Subscribe if you can. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. See you guys in the next one.